All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole, and I'm a recovering addict, and my sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. And this is my channel. And every single night, Monday through Friday, we usually have a recovery support group meeting here on my channel where we talk about all things recovery from addiction. We have a pretty awesome family here on Real Talk Recovery, and everybody's really good about participating and hanging out. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, the topic that we're going to talk about today is compassion. And I thought it would be something that really good for us to talk about, because I know not only do I struggle with having compassion, I struggle with having compassion for myself and taking it easy on myself. And I figured with all the things that have been going on in the world today, we could talk about compassion. We could talk about taking it easy on ourselves and keeping it simple, and how, it's easy to say, it's easy to tell ourselves that we have to do all these things, right? But sometimes those things are easier said than done. And so if we could just take our time, don't get overwhelmed, and take it one day at a time. So y'all come on in, have a seat, greet your neighbor, drop your sobriety date in the comment section, and we'll get started here in a couple minutes, okay? All right. So I hope you guys are all having a great day. We had a really awesome workout. So shout out to Mama, shout out to Nikki, and shout out to Sky for joining us for the workout this evening. We did it together. We kicked ass and we took names. And then tomorrow we're going to do it at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I hope you guys will all come and join us to work out tomorrow. It's really, really fun. And well, it's not fun. It sucks. It's hard, but we're doing it together. And that's what makes it not so bad, because we're doing it as a team. And so that helps out a lot. So here's the link to Patreon if you guys want to join. And I link the workout in there every day. So, hey, Andrew, it's a good time. We've been doing it, y'all. I just got done doing my skincare, so I got my lotion on my face and my all that good stuff, and my lip gloss on. So I don't have any makeup on. I'm just fresh faced to the world. So yeah. Had a good day today, y'all. I'll tell you what I did today. So today my husband was off work, so I got to spend time with my husband and my son, which is always nice, because for those of you guys that don't know, my husband works all the time. That's why you guys don't ever see him, because he's at work, and that's why I'm always here by myself. And so with me and Nate. And so when he has a day off, like, I really like to be able to spend time with him, Hey. Yeah, man, that vaping is not good for you. I quit smoking almost 2 years ago now, and it's the best thing that I ever did, you guys. It wasn't like super hard to do either. But take it easy. Take it one day at a time. Good, Esther. That's awesome. You guys, I've been trying to, now that I have Facebook, you guys, like, I'm really working over there on trying to get my, like, a page together, get the group together. I set 3 goals for this week: to stay on my workout, to eat healthy, and to make sure that I post content on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube every single day. So those are my 3 goals for the week. To help me with my health and my recovery and my channel. Okay, so so this is what I wanted to do, okay? Compassion. Shh. phone. All right, compassion. It's a sympathetic pity and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. The victim should be treated with compassion. Okay? If someone shows kindness, caring, and a willingness to help others, they're showing compassion. This is a word for a very positive emotion that has to do with being thoughtful and decent. When you have compassion, you're putting yourself in someone else's shoes and really feeling for them. You're putting yourself in someone else's shoes and really feeling for them. So, first of all, is there any way to view previous workouts? Because I'm just at the walking stage right now. The only workouts that we have that were previously recorded are on my YouTube channel, you guys. And they're in, if you go to the weight loss playlist on my YouTube channel, they're right there. So you got the kickboxing one, and then you got the ones that I did with Nick that are like burpees and sit-ups and all that. So we do those same alternating workouts. We either do like the high intensity kickboxing one, or we do the one with the burpees, sit-ups, squats, lunges, all that kind of stuff. So I have them pre-recorded on my YouTube channel under weight loss. So feeling for somebody else and putting yourself in their shoes. I feel like that's what we do here on my channel every single day, is that we put ourselves in each other's shoes. We know what it feels like to be down that road in our active addiction. So when somebody that is new to the Real Talk Recovery family comes in and they say, hey, my name is so-and-so, I just relapsed, or I'm not sober yet, or I've only got a couple days, or whatever the situation may be. Everybody in the chat, everybody here we put ourselves in that person's situation. We're like, yeah, I remember what that was like. I mean, I know that's what I do. And every single day that I talk to somebody on the phone, or I talk to you guys here and you share an experience with me, instead of judging you and looking at you and saying, well, I didn't do that, I think and I say, can I put myself in that person's situation? Can I look at life from their point of view? Can I remember what it was like when I was struggling? Okay. So compassion for ourselves is very important also, because a lot of the times, you guys, we are very, very hard on ourselves and very critical of ourselves, right? And so I'll tell y'all this. I am very critical of my own self, and I beat myself up all the time. And I'm not supposed to beat myself up all the time, but it's like, it's easy to say, like, to be good to ourselves and to treat ourselves with respect and to take it easy. But then when it comes down to it, and here's what I always do, and you guys tell me if y'all do the same thing. I will reflect on the things that I have done in my past, and then I'll start comparing my life to what I think it should be. I'll say, well, I'm 38 years old. I should be farther along in my life than I am right now. I should be owning my own house with a Corvette out in the front yard. And I should be skinny, right? All these things. Girl, tell me why I thought I was watching a replay. I forgot this was live. So how do you have compassion for yourself? How do you not be so hard on yourself? It's okay to set goals and to have things that you want to do each day, right? But it's one thing to set goals and have things that you want to accomplish, and then it's another thing where you are negative, you talk down to yourself, you don't respect yourself, and you hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do that all the time. Well, what, baby?
I'm a paper cut, a baby one though.
Oh, go wash your hands with soap and water. Where I will, I'll be doing the workouts. Here's an example, you guys. I'll be doing the workouts, and I'll be in my mind, in my head, and I'm like, if I wasn't so fat, I wouldn't be having these problems. If I hadn't let myself get to this point, I would be able to do this workout with no problem. you know? And I can sit there and I can say that all day long, but nothing's going to change. If I'm already at this point, so the only thing I can do now is do better, is make better choices, right? Is keep working out. So you guys can sit there and beat yourselves all up about the things that you did in your addiction, about relapsing, about having an argument with somebody, about hurting someone else. And you can beat yourself up about it all day long, but that's not going to serve you in your recovery moving forward. It's not anything that's going to help you to stay on track. You know what I'm saying? So I've been looking at all, hey, Jamie, I've been looking at all these posts on Facebook, you guys, and they're driving me insane. Just so you guys know, like, um, I see all these posts about what's going on in the world. And here's the thing that I think, you guys, like, it's not hard to have compassion for others. Okay. It's not hard to try and put yourself in the position of someone else who has been experiencing oppression and racism and prejudice. Okay, so I guess it's a little easier for me to put myself in that position because I've felt that kind of judgment before. And so, but that's what we have to learn how to do is practice compassion, and be kind to each other and love each other. Live in the present, the here and now. The past is the past. The future is the future. We can't control anything. That's right, Aaron. That's right. And so, but like even when I'm on a good run, you guys, like I'm doing good and I'm staying positive for the week, like I will be doing so good, and then something will like I'll see a comment from somebody, and it'll say something ugly to me. Like this is what I've been seeing a lot lately. Even not even on my channel, like I'll go over to somebody else's channel to comment something constructive, not constructive, but like supportive, and some troll will come underneath my comment and comment fat ass, and I'm just like, I'm literally working my ass off, you know what I mean, to do better and to change my life and to get in shape. And it's like, why don't people understand that, like, I don't, it takes so much like balls to come on and like talk about your weight and show people the struggles that you have. And then when people say things like that, it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, what do you have nothing better to do in your life? You know, I had all the money, fast cars, anything money could buy, and I was still miserable. I'd rather be just getting by. The saying, more money, more problems, is true. I can just imagine. You know what? Every time me and my husband get a raise or we make more money, we spend more money. It's just so crazy, you guys. Like, I'm really trying to learn how to just like put my money in the bank and save it, Right, Sky? But compassion, it goes a long way. Treating others with respect and kindness and love, putting yourself in that person's shoes. It's easy to look at somebody and say, well, you should have done this. Let me give you all an example, okay? So, somebody from my past reached out to me last night. She might be in the chat right now. I'm not sure. But if she is, what's up, girl? Somebody from my past reached out to me last night, 3:30 a.m. in the morning. And this girl and I we used to use together methamphetamines. And she reached out to me because she needs help. She wants to get her daughter back. And so I called her this morning. I said, hey, it's 3:30 in the morning. I'm going to call you tomorrow. Okay. So I called her this morning when I woke up, and I was asking her, like, are you smoking dope or are you shooting dope? And that's when she told me that she had stayed sober from the needle for 4 years, but she relapsed on it last night. And I love her so much. I said, well, that's okay. That was just last night. That's okay though. Like, you don't have to do it again. And so, but what I'm trying to say is to you guys is at first I wanted to be like, what the hell? What do you mean last night? You know? But I was like, Nicole, you know what it's like. Remember whenever you couldn't stay sober, whenever you couldn't stay off the rig? I mean, I couldn't stay off of anything in general. I couldn't stop shooting up. I couldn't stop smoking. I couldn't stop snorting. I couldn't stop drinking, nothing. So it didn't matter. You know what I mean? It didn't matter what route of administration it was. Like, I could not stop doing it. But sometimes, you know, it's easy to forget what it was like when I was in that lifestyle. You know what I mean? Because today my life is good. Today I'm happy. Today I have you guys. Today I have my family back. Today I have my son, you know? But it doesn't take me but 5 seconds to put myself back in that thought process and to remember what it was like. Because I remember the day my son got taken away, you guys. And that's all I have to do. All I have to do is reflect on that day, and it brings me right back, because I will never forget the way I felt when my little boy got taken away from me, ever, you know? And that helps me to stay compassionate. That helps me to understand how others feel, you know? Nicole, you know for a fact that people talk a lot of shit, but that doesn't stop us from doing the right thing. That's right. Oh yeah, no way. I'm not going to not do the right thing because of what anybody else says. You know what I'm saying? But I just, and even whenever, like, okay, so sometimes, you know, I might have a bad day, you know, maybe I'm not feeling in the greatest of moods. But even when I'm in my worst day, you will not catch me going and trying to hurt somebody else to bring them down, you know, and that's because my life is different now. Okay. That's because I am a changed person. I don't talk about being different. I don't act like I'm different. I'm different, and it shows through my actions, you know, by being consistent, doing these videos every evening. Like, that's something that I couldn't have done before. I couldn't keep a commitment. I couldn't keep a schedule because it wasn't important to me to help anybody else but myself. And now in my life, it's important to me to help others. You know what I'm saying? It's real now. I didn't go back to pain management doctor for another script, so I'm sort of grieving. Oh, did you hold on? Let me get the link so you can come up here, Sky. Hold on. Is it gonna rain, Neil? Looks like it. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get the link to this. Neil, what is wrong? Stop. You're making him upset. These two have been not fighting, but doing stuff up there all day. Okay. I need to remember days like that. Which one? Thanksgiving, you really. Okay. So, Sky, did you tell the doctor why you're not coming back to pain management? Or are you going to just like not tell them and then you'll be able to make an appointment? Here, let me get you the link if you want to come up here and share about it, girl. Copy link. Is Hitman in here? What's up, Hitman? You know, somebody asked me the other day about you, and I said, that's my Hitman. He's literally the Real Talk Recovery Hitman. Hey, Eric. I'm not protesting. Here's the thing, you guys. Like, I don't even want to talk about that crap over here on my channel, but I'll tell you this. I would never go out and cause harm to people's businesses. I would never do that. Like, it's just not something I would do. And that doesn't align with my sobriety. Like, today I'm doing the right thing. Today we are doing the right thing. We're not going to go out and wreck people's businesses and steal stuff out of stores. I did that shit in my active addiction. You know, I'm not actively using anymore. I remember that. I remembered that feeling of being so proud of myself. And then 3 to 4 days later, I would have to begin that grieving process. Right. And okay, so when we are changed, you guys, and we get sober and we start working on bettering ourselves, we're like changing everything in our lives, you know? When I was in my active addiction, it was nothing to me to walk around and steal shit out of people's houses, cars, businesses. It was nothing to me. Let me tell y'all a story real fast. So before I moved to Little Rock, I was still living in Hot Springs. I used to hang out with these two girls. They're twins. We called them the Terry twins. And these girls were crazy as hell. Okay, these girls were so scandalous. Everybody knew these girls. They knew when these girls were coming to hide their shit because these girls would rob you. These girls could take shit out of your hands while you were looking at them with your eyes open. That's how good these girls were at stealing. Okay. So I used to hang out with them and we would go to Walmart and together and stuff. And I kid you guys not, this is how big my balls were back then in my addiction. We would walk around the Walmart parking lot opening car doors. And I cannot tell you guys how many times we have opened a car door and found medication in the glove box, credit cards, wallets, purses, all kinds of stuff. Just stuff from the store, groceries, all kinds of stuff. And I would just go through, dook, 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 dook. But I was high out of my mind. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do that today in my sobriety. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even imagine doing that today because I am sober. And it's like when I do the right thing, it feels good. Okay, so let me tell you this. Whenever I first started watching Dr. B's channel, and I think he had came over here on our channel and did a video with us, and he had said something about the longer that we practice doing the right thing, so every day that we do something good, something positive for our recovery. You guys, I'm telling y'all, this is fucking true. Every day that you do something positive for your sobriety, okay, you are rewiring the pathways in your brain. So that pathway that would usually say, Nicole, let's go pop some doors open at the Walmart. Each day that I don't go to Walmart and steal, each day that I don't rob one of my friends, each day that I don't shoot dope, each day that I don't get high, right? I am retraining my brain to not do that. Like, it's a practice. Practice makes perfect. It's like building new habits in your life. Hey, Nicole, that video I did was horrible. Oh, man. Hitman, those dogs are so cute. This is what you need to do. You need to make it a little brighter in your house, maybe open the windows so we can see better, and let those little puppies, I want to see them playing. I want to see them. They're so cute. Do you understand what I'm saying, you guys? Like, you're building these new behaviors. This is how you start your sobriety. It's not something, okay, so we're going into this whole situation. Nicole, I was doing the same thing right in the beginning of my using. Girl, and I would have never done that before. Like, here's the thing, you guys. Whenever I was growing up, before I started using drugs, I didn't steal. I wasn't, like, that wasn't my thing. I was like really I was just a cheerleader. I played sports, you know, and then once I got into my addiction, especially once I started using methamphetamine, oh my God. It just got so bad. And it was like methamphetamine made me have no conscience. I would do whatever, you know what I mean? And then also on methamphetamine, I was hanging out with people. We were just out of our minds. Do you think Marissa? Who is that? Scuba Steve. I don't know who that is, bub. I don't know who Dean and Marissa are. But I don't even know what counterfeit. What do you mean counterfeit? Fake? I'm glad to see you here, Scuba Steve. I don't know who you're talking about. Tell me who you're talking about, Scuba Steve, and then I'll tell you what I think about him, okay? I've done the gratitude list every night. Oh, and I want to tell you guys, you know what we're going to start doing? We are going to start doing, oh, hold on, let me put that link back in the chat. we are going to start doing, if anybody wants to come up and chit chat with us, we are going to start doing morning meditations. Now, I'm going to do them on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, okay? And Nikki is going to do them Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And the way that we're going to do this, you guys, is Nikki is going to do a Zoom one, and I will do one that's done on the YouTube. So that way I can upload it, and if you guys miss it at 9 when I do it, then you can come back and watch it that afternoon. But I'm just telling you guys, like, I'm adding a lot of different stuff onto the channel because I want you guys, I'm really, really working hard on trying to make sure that you guys know that you can come here to this channel for all of your recovery needs. So now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are going to have our morning meditation. Okay. She was in the Patreon chat today, so I'll check on her right now. I wasn't raised like the way you were, so I was troublemaking and very rebellious way before I started. She's around, Brandon. She's around. I talked to her today in the Hangouts chat because she told us she was sorry that she didn't come to the workout. Okay, so let me. So we're going to do morning meditations. I will upload those on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, and then Nikki's going to do a Zoom morning meditation on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I will link that meeting on the community tab here on my channel for those of you guys that want to join Nikki and the rest of everybody in the morning times. But we're going to do the just for today. And then what we'll do is we will all list 3 things that we're grateful for. And then we will list one thing that we're going to do that day for our sobriety. Okay. So like we can start that right now at this meeting. Okay. So like today, I want you guys in the chat right now, tell me 3 things that you're grateful for in the chat. And I'm going to tell you 3 things I'm grateful for. 3 things I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for my family, my husband and my son upstairs, even though they're driving me insane. Okay. I'm grateful for my extended family, the Real Talk Recovery family. Okay. And I am grateful for my sobriety. Okay. And then one thing that I did today for my recovery, my mother, my car, my job. Hey girl, that's what I'm talking about. It's okay. This is just an extra option, you guys. If you guys want to be more involved with everybody together, that's just an extra option. I will link those Zoom meditations that Nikki's going to do. I will link them in the community tab so you guys can come and join. But it's just an extra thing you guys can do. And I will upload mine on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My recovery, my new grandson, and my family. Yes, Cindy. Melissa says, let me read all y'all's. This is so great. I'm so happy to see this. Okay. Kids, pets, and sobriety. Hell yeah, Missa. All of you, my dogs, and my boss. Yes, Lisa. My recovery, my new grandson, and my family for Cindy Briggs. My hubby, my son, my car, the Real Talk Recovery fam for Mama. I'm grateful for my sobriety as well for Aaron. Esther says religion, friends, and a little one. Awesome. The RTR crew, family, and still staying clean. Stop kicking my own ass. Exactly. Take it easy on yourself, Drew. My mother being sober and my best friend. That's awesome, Nikki. Oh, that's made me cry. My recovery, my people, and my kids. Being alive, doctor, and nature. Oh, yes, June. I love you, June. The Real Talk Recovery family, my mom, and my cat. Okay, so when you're thinking about things that you have to be grateful for, like, it's like you can't even help but smile, you guys, because now that you're in that mindset and you're thinking about what you have to be grateful for, now it's like you can reflect. Okay, those things that you just listed. Nancy says, my daughter, Hannah, Real Talk Recovery, and still being able to do stuff. When you are looking at the things that you have to be grateful for, then you can look back and you can reflect on when you didn't have those things, when you weren't able to do those things. You know, I remember a time when I didn't have my family. Hitman, no, not at all. Actually, I haven't even seen him around at all. I remember when I didn't have my family, you guys. I remember when I didn't have my son. I remember when I didn't have you guys. I remember when I wasn't sober, you know? Hey, what's up, Tim? Thanks for the $1.99 super sticker. I can't even see it. That sucks. Let me see it off on my phone. Thanks, Tim. Y'all, there's Texas Prison Stories. Shout out to Texas Prison Stories. Hey, I saw that video you put up with the train on it. He put up a video, you guys, yesterday, I think, or today, with the train, and across the train, oh, I love that. Across the train, it said, "I can't breathe," and it said George Floyd on it, but it was really cool. You could see it driving by. It was really kind of neat. Real Talk Recovery family, please come to the Zoom meetings. I'm going to start Wednesday morning. I got to figure out the best time in the AM. Yes, and here's Nicole. This is how you all can join and be a part of that meeting. The minute Nicole makes the meeting, she'll send me the link and I will throw it up on the community tab. So all you have to do is check the community tab of my channel and that link will be there, okay? And she'll also drop it in our Discord. I will also drop it in our Facebook, on our Facebook page and our Facebook group and my personal Facebook. And I will put a reminder over on Instagram. So you guys, if you are on any of my social medias, you'll be able to come and see that link and come and hang out with us, okay? And I'm really excited because here's the thing, you guys. This is going to help Nikki. Nikki's really shy. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a meeting with us at Mara, but Nikki will literally whisper. She's like, and I'm like, is she talking? So this is going to help Nikki to come out of her shell, okay? We're doing that with Nikki. Nikki, whatever time Nikki decides, probably like at 9 or 10, I'm imagining, maybe earlier, I'm not sure. Then this Sunday, you guys, for those of you guys that are patrons and members, we are going to start doing, I'm doing live streams every Sunday, but we're going to try and do a Zoom one this Sunday to see how it goes. So that way everybody can like be on the video. And so if there's 30 of y'all that come, there's going to be all these different people on the video. I'm excited to see how it goes, but we are doing a lot of stuff, you guys. Like, so if you're not, if you're not involved and you don't know what we're talking about, like start coming into the Facebook group, start coming into the Discord, start checking the community tab, because we're all trying to do things together to help each other, I know, I'm excited too about those, because I was trying to think about how we can make it more interactive, because I know you guys, like, I can sit up here and I can talk all day long about sobriety, right? But it's like, I want to be able to help you guys, and I want you guys to be able to be in the meeting. And so I think if we do those Zoom ones, it'll be more interactive. You know what I'm saying? And I think that will be more helpful to you guys in your sobriety. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm excited. I'm excited for all the things that we're going to do. I have to be honest with you guys. Sometimes I get caught up, like for a couple of months there, I was really caught up in like, I don't know. I was just kind of like, really just kind of getting discouraged, feeling like my channel wasn't going anywhere. And then I was like, I don't know what happened, but something just changed recently. Maybe it's because we've been working out. I don't know. But I realized, like, Nicole, your channel is not about your channel. Listen, I want people to find us. Of course I do. But I'm not putting out content that's pre-recorded on this. It's not like I'm putting out content that is the kind of content that I'm trying to get viewed. It's more of an interactive live streaming community channel. That's what I mean. That's what I'm trying to get. It's like, this channel is more about people having support, not just sitting down and watching a YouTube video on your phone. It's about a family support, a unit, a recovery support unit, And so it's easy to get discouraged because you see your peers and you see how they're doing their channels and stuff. And then I was like, Nicole, you're on a mission. You have something different going on here, and you got to stick to what you're doing. It does. I have been feeling so much better. Sorry, a little delayed. What's up, everyone? Hey, Kristen. Exercise makes you see the world differently. I'm going to tell you all this, okay? I just feel so much better because I know that I'm doing something and it's helping me feel better, you know? It's making me feel so much better. And yeah, make a channel, Erin. Just screw your old one and make a new one. We'll all watch it, girl. Won't we, guys? I love watching people's channels, especially recovery related channels. It gets me excited to see other people that are doing well and staying sober and kicking ass and taking names. It's good. Your channel growing like it is. Space mostly live videos is changing the game on YouTube. A year ago, it wouldn't have happened. Yeah, I can't believe you're right, Merck, because just going live all the time, it's very difficult to have your channel growing, but I've worked my ass off to try. You guys are working y'all's ass off too. Sharing the videos, you guys, it helps so much. I haven't been able to get into my account, so I just might start over. I have a bunch of videos. I just don't know. I know where Nicole's coming from. I want to be heard. I want to help somebody. Yes. And I was never like a real big Candy's recovery journey. Candy says, say my name, Nick, because ass kicking is what I do best. What are you doing, Candy? Y'all are crazy. I love y'all. Damn, that made me laugh so hard. Shit, what was I gonna say? You made me forget what I was gonna say. How's everybody doing is everybody doing good on their recovery? Is anybody struggling with anything lately? Or is everybody pretty much staying on the straight and narrow? I hope you guys are all doing well. You know, I always want to make sure that everybody's doing good. I've been so tempted, you guys, to get into like YouTube drama and stuff, but I've been doing so good and staying out of it. Can you believe it? And now, you know, it's just like I don't like having drama with people. I share with everyone and I know, especially the Mara related. Yes, yes. How's everybody doing on their maintenance? I'm doing great on my Suboxone. Life is good. Life is good. I am currently sitting at my 1 milligram and I feel good, you guys. 598 days clean today. Damn, Candy, that's a lot of time. Not sure if you saw Nicole. I would like to come up for a little bit. You or the Real Talk Recovery family has to throw a topic for me to tell my experience. Right now? Come on. Come on, Chrissy. I'm waiting. Or are you talking about on Patreon when we do Patreon chat? How many years is that? That's like 2 years, isn't it? 500. I don't even know. 360. Yeah, it's almost 2 years. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore, Hitman. I'm going to be keeping my mouth shut, just staying positive. That's okay, Sky. Whatever you got to do, girl. I have been seeing so many people on Facebook is like a whole new world to me, you guys. So I'm like really over there, like just can't even believe it. Okay, girl, come on. I sent you the link, or I put the link in the chat. Hold on, let me get it again. Crap. Did you see it? There you go. Just come up here and tell us a little bit about just tell us what you've been struggling with lately and how you're feeling today. Hold on, let me get you. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, girl. Christy.
I'm here.
Hello.
I'm
There
here.
you go. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, if you guys want to know something or like a topic, you know, but I can't tell like my whole story unless we're on the Patreon chat.
Well, what do you guys, does anybody have a question or a topic for Chrissy that she can talk about? Drew says, what's up? She said, Candy says, give us some words of wisdom, Goldust.
Oh, words of wisdom. I can tell you song lyrics that I like. Honestly, I speak a different language, I feel, than most people. I talk in like song lyrics and poems and stuff like that, you know?
Oh, Merck says, how did your drug use start?
Well, you have to understand that my father was an alcoholic and my mother was a drug addict and an alcoholic. So I knew about alcohol and drugs at a really young age. And I don't know why it's not showing my picture, but oh well.
Oh, it's okay.
And so from a very young age, I was told, because my father would go to jail and he just would like, he'd be in my life and then he'd be gone, you know, and my mom, who had, you know, custody of me, she was in and out of rehabs and mental institutions. So I was told, you know, pretty young that, you know, that they were sick. And I lived with my mother, and she was a bad alcoholic and drug addict. And so she always had pill bottles around, always. And so how did what was the question?
How'd you start using drugs?
I always had a sense of, like, I know it sounds crazy. I didn't know what a quote unquote drug addict was, but I wanted to do as many drugs as I could. So I really started with, you know, alcohol. I hung out with a lot of older guys, and you know, for me, it wasn't just alcohol and pot. It was more like alcohol, pot, you know, pills. It was very quick.
Okay. Sky wants to know, were you a chronic relapser like she is?
No, I never stopped. In fact, like the thought of stopping didn't even occur to me until my like early to mid 30s.
Damn.
I was full throttle, you know, like it just didn't even occur to me that stopping was, I didn't want to.
Did you ever overdose?
Oh my God. Yes. Well, I would have seizures, overdoses, and mini seizures. So, yeah. So, like, okay, so a mini seizure would look like, you know, you have to understand, I grew up in South Florida and I came of age like 18 right when the pill mill it wasn't even popular. Like, it was like you got a name. Like, someone would tell you, okay, I want you to go to this part of, you know, South Florida and go to this doctor.
Mhm.
And then that's a whole nother like story I could tell, was watching and being a part of how the pill mill industry and the doctors, how it all got so crazy. Because I saw it from the beginning to the end. But I'm sorry, what was the question?
Oh gosh, I said, did you ever overdose?
Oh, yeah, okay, right. So do you want me to give you examples, or are you getting bored?
Tell us one time that you can remember. What was the scariest time that ever happened to you?
There was two of the scariest times. One was a seizure and one was an overdose. So the seizure was actually at an NA meeting.
What happened?
Okay, so I was on like so many drugs that I didn't even know yet that my body was totally dependent on benzos, because I was doing so many drugs.
Right.
And so I must have ran out, but didn't care because I had so many other drugs. And so the night before, I had a seizure right in front of my mom. And by the time she called the ambulance, I came out of it myself. And I like told the EMTs that my mom was just, overreacting.
Right. Right.
So then the next day, my mom was like, "You're going to an NA meeting," and I'm like, ugh, I didn't feel well either, and I didn't know why. So yeah, she took me to an NA meeting, and I didn't realize that I wasn't feeling well because I was actually, in benzo withdrawal.
Right.
So we're in the middle of a meeting, and I let out, it just comes on like there's no warning. And we're all talking, and a huge scream, like death curdling scream, came out of my mouth. And with the seizure, usually I can't remember anything. But when I came to, I couldn't breathe. And the ambulance was there, and it was because that time I woke up like in between. I don't know, like I came out of it too early and I couldn't breathe. That one was really scary.
Oh God, I've been in that. I haven't had a seizure before, but I have like been in my car and just woke up and the police were there and they were, I was laying on the gurney and they were loading me up in
That's
the ambulance.
exactly that, like, okay, so that's almost exactly like what I called a mini seizure. It happened in my car. So do you want to hear it?
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
like hearing anybody's. I like hearing stories. Go ahead.
Okay. So, okay, so by that time, the pill mills were like up and running. And, you just down here, you can't imagine what you could get, especially when you looked not like a good girl, which,
I know what you're talking about. Like you could go in
yes,
to see the doctor. We had a doctor here that you could go in and he would hand you one of those books that has all the pills in them that are the list, like all it just
yeah,
has, it's like a pill book, and he would
yep,
tell you to pick which one you wanted.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I know what you mean.
And so even though I was a punk rock kind of rock girl, I knew how to make myself look like, like a preppy, preppy girl. So, so it was me, Steve, and Steve's mother, and all three of us would go to like 2 and 3 doctors each. And okay, so that particular morning, Penny was her name. That was Steve's mother. She got like a big load of everything. And I took, and we were like a little bit sick the night before, but not really. So anyway, I just took way too many OxyContin, Xanax, Roxycodone. Like I just took tons of it way too fast. And I must have been in like going into a red light because I completely I totally like seizure. That's why I say mini seizure. Like I had a mini seizure, and my I guess my foot was on the brake. So I lifted when I had the mini seizure. My foot let off the brake, and I hit, the person in front of me. Luckily, there was a cop that was watching the whole thing, and I don't know. Like I get with my lying and manipulation, along with the way I make myself look, I can get away with a lot, or I used to be able to get along with a lot. So he literally was like, I couldn't remember anything. That's what would happen. I couldn't, like, it's so weird when you're supposed to know your name, but you can't. You're supposed to know what year it is, but you don't.
Yeah.
So that was a crazy one because I was having like delusions. I thought Steve was in the car and he ran and left me alone, and when Steve had never been in the car, but I was like delusional. So that was a bad one.
I've totally been there, like for real, where I thought things were happening that really weren't happening because I was just so fucked up.
Yes. Yeah.
Merck says, how did you become so amazing, and what keeps you coming back to Real Talk Recovery?
Well, I know it's a funny question, but to be completely honest, I've always known that I'm amazing. Which no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in like a conceited way. I'm saying it in like a deep way. I've always known I'm special, and then I have like very special gifts to give. And that's what's so sad because, I know I'm special. I know I have gifts to give, but I'm not able to do that. And I keep coming. See, the reason why I keep coming back is because I love. See, now you're gonna make me cry. Because I love Nicole and I love this channel and I love all of you. And I've never felt supported by anyone else, really.
Oh, we love you too, girl. You're gonna make me cry too. I cry at the drop of a hat.
I mean, you're really like Nicole. Nicole, when we first started talking, you really, really changed me and changed my way of thinking. And it was me pulling back that I self-sabotage,
I totally understand. I understand because I do the same thing. And I even did the same thing with friends of mine that the same situation as you. Like they would be so there to help me and so like they would be so excited. And I just knew in my heart of hearts that I wasn't going to do differently. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I would just kind of disappear.
Yes. Yeah. Like I have, I'd say 3 or 4 like super close friends that have known me for a while. And, it's like I'm losing that friendship, those friendships. And it sucks.
Well, it's because you care about, you don't want to hurt. I know.
Do you have a corn dog?
No, I know the same.
Yes, you do.
I'm the same way though, because I don't want to hurt anybody, because I know, like, if I'm not doing right, I don't want to hurt anyone. So
Exactly.
you know what I mean? And I feel like, but then, like, here's the thing. Over here, you're not going to hurt me. I want you to keep coming around us and keep being with us, because I care about you. And I know that eventually things are going to change and they're going to be better for you. I know that.
I really hope so. I really hope so.
And I know that because I have seen it happen for so many other people. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I just keep trying to encourage you and keep letting you know that, like, even though, like, last night when we did the Patreon meeting, phone trying to send people that I wanted to make sure that they could make it, you know what I mean? Or at least to let you know that we were doing it, because I want
And
you to
I
know.
appreciate that so much.
You know what I mean?
When you text me.
But
Unfortunately, I was in the middle of a movie, I think, that me and my mom were watching, or something like that.
tell everybody about, so Chrissy was in a relationship for a long time, and so her ex is actually still in his addiction, right?
Oh my God, Nicole, you don't even know that 3 months ago, that motherfucker knocked on my door.
Oh,
Just
your house?
Yeah.
With your mom?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, she was out somewhere, so, but we hadn't talked in like 6 months.
Yeah.
I thought it was done and over. And he fucking knocked on my door and basically, was crying and at my legs and this and that, and now I'm terrified. I am so terrified. He has had 6 ODs from fentanyl down here in the past 2 months. And because he, because we've been known each other and we're together for so long, he oversteps his boundaries. So he gives everybody my address. So whenever he goes, like, to the hospital or anywhere, he gives them my address. So I knew stuff was going on because I kept getting bills from the ambulance. So it was just like maybe a week ago.
You hear Nate? You hear Nate, don't you? Sorry, girl. He
That's
was
okay.
whispering to me. Nathaniel, hush. Sorry.
That's okay.
Keep going. I'm listening. He wants me to heat him up a corn dog, so that's what I'm doing.
So I knew things were going on because I kept getting multiple ambulance bills with different dates on them.
What? Oh, no.
Yeah. So I actually saw him yesterday. And believe me, I try and keep up until yesterday, I hadn't seen him in a couple months. And so yesterday, like, he basically told me, he's like, it's the fentanyl down here. Like, he didn't even shoot it. He just snorted it. And he totally overdosed.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's serious. It's serious. And
it scares me because I think, like, I don't know how people are able to, I don't even know how their bodies can take it, because it's like so strong. Ugh, scares me.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he just snorted a little bit and overdosed. He's overdosed 6 times in 2 months.
Damn.
Like, that's how strong it is. And, if an addict doesn't want to be sick, they have no choice. And, you know,
Right.
he's at the point where, like, he would rather be on the streets than be, you know, than be sober and in a nice place. That's who he is.
It's because
And
he's given up hope on himself. He's given up on himself.
yes, completely, yes. And so he thinks it's like perfectly fine, you know. He's on the streets. But when I saw him, I'm like, look, I'm so scared. Like, you're gonna die, Steve. Like, you're gonna die. And I just said, you know, I don't want to live in like, I don't want to be with him, but I also don't want to live in a world where, like, he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know,
Damn.
it's so scary to see. It really is.
I wish we could help him get sober. I really do.
He,
you know what I mean?
no, the universe has blessed him. This is the luckiest guy you'll ever meet when it comes to detoxes and whatchamacallit, rehabs and stuff. I mean, he's gotten tremendous help, and every time he just goes right back to the streets.
I remember last year he was in treatment, remember?
Yeah, and he'll do well for 6 months and then back out on the street. You
I
know?
was the same way though. That's why Suboxone helped me so much, because I was the same way. Has he ever tried to get on Suboxone?
Yes, like many times. Many times. And he's just like, he wants to be out on the streets. He doesn't want responsibility. He doesn't want it. Oh, I remember. You guys wanted to know about Hanley Hazelton.
Yes, the Betty Ford Center, right?
No, that's not the Betty Ford Center. That's like, I can't believe you've never heard of Hanley Hazelton.
Is it a treatment center too?
Yes, there's only two. There's one.
I've heard of Hazelton, the place that writes the recovery books, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. There's only one in West Palm Beach and one in Minnesota. So this is a crazy story. Hold on, I gotta plug my phone in. This is so good. I'm so glad that, like, you encouraged me to come up.
Yeah, girl. You know, we always love having people. You know, I want you to come up and share with everybody. You've been a part of. Chrissy has been with me since the beginning of my channel, you guys.
Yes.
I probably had less than 100 subscribers.
Oh, yeah. 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 So, okay, why did it...
Brandon, I think he's tried methadone before too. Steve has tried methadone too, hasn't he, Chrissy?
Oh my, yes. Yeah.
He's been on everything. Some people just don't want to get sober. Some people just, like, they just get they get down on themselves and they just don't see any hope. And so I don't like to say that he doesn't want to be sober, but if he doesn't want responsibility and he doesn't want to have to, like, live life, then that's what it is, you know?
Yeah, like, he totally doesn't want to get sober. He doesn't. There were years and years where he did want to get sober.
Right.
But he just is at the point where he wants no responsibility, and this is what he wants. And for so many years, I couldn't understand it. I didn't understand it, because that's what he would do. He would just, you know, leave and do what he wanted. But anyway, okay. So this is a crazy story. So when I was 18, I was very, very addicted to alcohol, benzos, and cocaine. Like, bad. And I worked at this bar. I was a cocktail waitress, and it was so much fun. It was so much fucking fun. But I would go in at 8 at night. We would close the bar at 2, and we would party until 4. And I would be driving home wasted, like blacked out, you know? And so I hadn't moved out yet because I was young. Like I don't know if I'd even graduated high school yet. So so I was getting to a point where like she was really worried about me. I wasn't worried about me. I was just fine.
Right.
I was perfectly fine. So she had worked in a place called Holy Cross Hospital, and it was run by nuns. And so she went to the nuns and told them her daughter is like gonna die and to please help her. And the nuns literally gave her like the $30,000, for me to go to Hazleton. And it sucks because what they give is exactly what I need right now. It's amazing. Places like that are amazing. Like,
what did they do there? Is it like
okay? So it's all on. Everything is within the the place. And as soon as you get in, you see the doctor. And I was shaking a little bit, shaking. And they're so compassionate. And he saw that I was shaking, and he, was like immediately, gave me Ativan. And so when you go into detox, you have your own bedroom, own bath. It's a like beautiful bath, just gorgeous. So yeah, so for as long as you're detoxing, you have your own room, and it is beautiful. So then after that, and of course, I made a boyfriend in detox. He was English, like he had an English accent.
Of course you did.
Yeah, I was just so then after detox, and see, I wasn't like super bad on benzos because I was only 18.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I mean, I was addicted to them. But the detox was easy. It was alcohol, cocaine, and the benzos. So, okay. So then you go into your room, and there's 2 people to a room. Of course, the beds are beautiful and comfortable. Everything's beautiful and everything's
it's high class,
girl.
It's a high class treatment center.
At that time, it was the highest class. Yes, absolutely. There was a pool. We got massages. We got, what's it called when they put the pins in you? Acupuncture.
Do you get to do horseback riding and stuff? Nate,
down here they didn't have horseback riding, but okay, so it was so cool. So they had, like I said, everything was in this same place, so you didn't have to go anywhere. The food was delicious, but every day they had these amazing seminars. So you would go, and it looked like a college campus, a building. And it looked like a college campus room. It was gorgeous. And every day there would be like 2 to 3 lectures about addiction, about codependence, about all the things. And it was just magnificent. You learned so much. And I just damn, I really wasted that. But
I've been to a treatment center like that here in Little Rock. It was called Oasis, and it was pretty nice also. But you know what? I've been to that treatment center, then I've been to other ones, and they teached all the same stuff, but it was just a better atmosphere where I could relax more, and it was cleaner, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I just overall better atmosphere.
Right. So that's the problem, is that was my first experience with rehab. So I just assumed that that's how all rehabs go. Like, you go to detox in the rehab, you know, you stay in that rehab, and, you know, you go to classes, and, you know, like, I just assumed that that's what they all were. And when I found out that they weren't, I was not, you know, I was just not having it.
I know what you mean. Well, you hear my son back here, y'all. I'm fixing to, I love you, Chrissy.
I love you too, Nicole.
why don't you come, I wish you would say, would you come on one day to tell your whole story, so that way we could dedicate a whole video and you could come on and tell us from what it was like.
Absolutely. Okay. On a Patreon.
I'm going to text you, and I'm going to let you pick the day, okay? It can be any time. It can be this week or next week or whatever. But I want you to come on and share, so that way you can have the whole video dedicated towards your recovery story, okay?
Okay. I would love that.
I love you.
I love you so much, Nicole.
I'll text you in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye, babe.
Bye. Love you guys.
Everybody loves you too. All the guys are asking if you're single, but I'm not going to tell them that you are, because they need to fuck off.
Oh, wait till they see my Facebook pictures. Oh, my Lord.
Y'all stay away from her.
I'm ready for a boyfriend.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
Oh, my God. Bye.
Bye.
You guys stay away from her. I don't want nobody hooking up here at Real Talk Recovery. Y'all are so, listen to me. We had a couple of kids here on the channel. What was it, 6 months ago, you guys? And two really great people, okay? I'm not going to say who they were, but it was a girl and a guy. And they ended up meeting over in our Discord, and they were talking and chatting, and they started liking each other. Well, they only lived a couple of hours away, so they ended up meeting. And guess what happened, you guys? They ended up meeting, and they ended up relapsing. And so I worry about you guys, because I don't want that to happen to any of y'all. That's why, you know, if you guys are getting to know each other and hooking up, please don't let me about it. Don't tell me about it, because I don't want you guys to Sky. I don't want you guys to slip and fall. And here's the thing. I've been with my husband for 9 years now almost, and we were in our active addiction together, and we got sober together. And so that's the only reason why I'm in a relationship right now, because I was already in one when I got clean. You know what I mean? So I just want you guys to make sure that you protect your recovery and make sure that you're really strong and focused before you get into any relationships. But I know I can't control you guys, and that's how I am. I want to control everything. And it's just me being protective, because I don't want anything bad to happen to any of you guys, okay? But, you know, y'all are all grown, so I can't keep you from doing what you want to do. But our recovery comes first. That's right, Lisa. Good job. And yeah, so anyways, I'm so glad you came up though, Chrissy. You guys, that's a miracle, because I've been wanting Chrissy and trying to get her to come up for a while now. So thank you so much for coming up and sharing with us, girl. We love you. And we will get a dedicated video to where Chrissy can come up and share her story, just her story from beginning to end. So, because she likes to talk like I do, so it'll be about an hour and a half long video probably. but we can get on there and chit chat and, you know, hear the whole story. But yeah, I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys tonight. Nate wants me to make him something to eat. That's why y'all heard him. He was over here whispering about needing this, that, and the third. He's standing inside of the refrigerator. He'll get in the refrigerator and stand on the shelf. And I'm like, get out of, he literally stands inside of the refrigerator. Oh, kids. All right. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow morning at 9 for our meditation, then at 4 for our workout, and at 7 for our recovery support group. Okay. So we got a lot of stuff going on here on Real Talk Recovery. Okay. Eric, yes, I would love that. Eric, text me. Anybody that wants to share their story, text me right there on the Real Talk Recovery cell phone line. See that 501-991-5149? If you have a story and you guys want to share it, text me, pick a day, and we'll do it that night. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a great night.